How to not care in 3 steps. I'm making this video as someone who does care a lot and is trying not to care as much about things that I shouldn't be bothered about. So I've done some research, I've looked into things that can help you understand why you care so much and how to stop doing them. Stop living in fear. This is one of the main ones for me. I think as people we can naturally be very anxious and apprehensive about the future, and so we spend a lot of time overanalyzing our faults and issues and problems, and we fall back into a place of constantly operating from a place of fear. What if they say this? What if this happens? What if this goes wrong? What if I don't look like this? What if I don't feel happy about this? What if I'm not in the right place in the future? And all these what ifs and these fearful ways of operating can definitely make you be someone who cares about the smaller things and things that don't matter, and those smaller things can bog you down and take up more space than they should. It's better to try and operate from a place of confidence, believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, and try and speak to yourself positively and motivate yourself in a way that feels more encouraging and secure than constantly operating from a negative place of stress and fear. 2, accept you have a lot to learn, and that is okay. Sometimes our desire to be perfect can be overwhelming and actually make us be embarrassed or scared to start or try things because we worry about how we'll look doing something that we're not perfect at. But that isn't really a healthy way of looking at things, because most things when you start, you're not going to be perfect because you have to learn and develop your skill and abilities. When you're so worried about other people and what other people think and what they're going to say, it's hard to operate from a place that's connected to your own happiness and your own actual desires, because you're so concerned with other people's perceptions and what they will think about you, and that then influences what you choose to do and not do. And so instead we live our life making decisions based on what the consequences might be, or other people's opinions or other people's influences, rather than making decisions based on our actual genuine intention and happiness. And so it's actually fine to say to yourself, who cares? So what if someone laughs at me, or if it's embarrassing, or people are talking about me, which to be honest they probably won't, because people are quite selfish and focused on themselves. It's fine to not be perfect, it's fine to make mistakes, it's fine to get things wrong, as long as you're able to learn from those mistakes. Or if you've done something wrong to a friend, you can come and say, look, I apologize for what I've done, I got that wrong, and move forward and change. But there is no need to put pressure on yourself to operate perfectly and be, on the ball all the time. It just isn't possible. We are all going to be going on our own private and personal journeys, and we will all be constantly evolving throughout our lives. And so where I'm at now might not stand up to where my friend is today, but then in the future, I might be in a different place to where they are. And I think we have to accept that everyone is doing their own thing, they're living their own lives, they have their own battles and decisions and motivations and goals. And so you might not want to end up where your friends or that group of people are going. You might have different motivations or a different destination you're trying to get to, and so comparing yourself to other people doesn't make sense in that instance. 3, be honest with yourself and find and do what makes you happy, and do it no matter the cost. Trust me, this is a hard one. I'm still not able to do it completely myself, but I think it's very important to daily, weekly, monthly, yearly sit down with yourself and say, am I happy with my life, and am I truly living authentically in a way that is connected to what I want and what will make me happy? And if the answer to that is yes, then great, keep doing that. And if the answer is no, then you need to really try and think about why that is and what you can do to change that. Like, what do I love? What do I actually want to do? What am I inclined to do naturally? What genuinely brings me joy whenever I do it? And do I have those things as part of core blocks of my life? And if I don't, why don't I? And if I want to, how can I make those things part of my life? Of course, it's important to have healthy habits and do things that we have to, like, eat well and exercise and do our laundry and do certain life admin things. But aside from those things that are core and that are important to keep ourselves well and healthy, it's also important to find things that you do for yourself outside of those things that make you feel fulfilled, that are good for you, that give you joy, make you feel like you're being true to yourself and your own nature. And it's about finding ways to build in those things, even if it's just, an hour a week you play the keyboard, or you go swimming once a month, whatever it is, those things that you like doing, finding ways to build those into your life naturally. And then you can say to yourself, am I making decisions that make me feel fulfilled and connected to myself, and am I truly happy? And once you are living like that and you're doing those things, you'll stop caring about other people, because you realize that I don't care what people think about my journey, because I know that this journey feels so fulfilling to me and so authentic that I wouldn't do anything else, and I would never change it, because you're on a pathway and a journey that is true to who you are. And that's how you stop caring, when you're living your life truly and authentically just for yourself, with no concerns for other people or other people's opinions. When you are so connected to yourself and making decisions that fulfill you and feel genuine and are realistic to what you want with your life and where you want to be, there's no reason why you won't be happy, and you won't care about other people, because you'll be so happy and fulfilled with yourself. It's easy to sleep well when you know you're doing the things that are right for you and you are feeling happy. So all of these things can come together, make you feel happier and care less about other things, because they all help you find truth in yourself and help you listen to your inner voice. And I think, of course, there are other things we can be doing, but these were the top 3 I found that really resonated with me. If you have other things that you think you've done to help you care less, or things you'd recommend, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.